Hi there, Minecraft 101 fans. Welcome to a brand new tutorial in the tutorial series. You'll notice we're standing in a little bit different of a house. I built this especially for today's tutorial, and we're going to talk about cats and how they work in Minecraft. Gonna get a few things into our inventory here so we can get started. And we're going to work within this arena just to allow ourselves, it's a silly cow going in the, you can see we've got two different houses here because we're going to do cats and dogs. Okay. I'll put it back to day just so we have a good amount of time to work in here. I'm actually going to turn the settings to easy just to, unfortunately, it's going to create some slimes out in the world, but it will also allow me to demonstrate some of the things about dogs and cats that are important. So, get started. We'll spawn in a couple of cats. That's probably plenty to start with. Now, cats, as you can see, are passive mobs. They will not attack you. And if you get too close, they will run away. They'll look at you. But if you get too close, they tend to run. I'm surprised they're letting me get this close to them. And they take off like that. And they're the only mobs that can sprint. As you can see, they run. I'm going to give them a couple of things. Oop, well, as you can see, they like chickens. And they will attack chickens. And even if the chicken is on the other side of the fence, if the chicken comes up here and gets near the fence, then the ocelots will. Yeah, you need to go away, dude. If that chicken that's outside the fence actually comes up, yep, see, then they got after that chicken. If the chicken that's outside the fence gets up against the fence, they can get it. So if you're living in a jungle biome, which is where ocelots spawn, you have chickens, you'll need to either do a double fence, and same thing applies to cobblestone, where you'll have to put them in an actual building with walls. So that's how that works. Let's see. Now you can see they like fish. And in order to tame an ocelot, you have to let them get close like I just did with these guys. Now that one tamed right, that one got startled because I moved too quickly and startled him, and now he's not in love mode anymore. You have to be within 10 blocks. Now he won't come near me again. I have to go away from his zone and then come within range again before he'll decide he likes me. Now that orange cat is one of the 3 versions that you can get of ocelots. And now the other ocelot, see, now they're sneaking up on me again. If I move too quickly, or if I turn too quickly, yeah, I scared him and they ran away again. So I'll just go over here. And see, I'm not facing this ocelot, so I have to move very slowly to get him into my range. See how they creep towards you? That's the mode they need to be in order to tame them. And what you do is right click with a fish, and that didn't work. He took the fish. He liked it. And I can try again, and now he's a cat. And there's the Siamese cat. So we've got 2 of the different versions now. Maybe we'll get lucky with this last one and we'll get the 3rd version. The 3rd version is a tuxedo cat. And yeah, you have to be within 10 blocks and not startle them. And if you're patient, even in the wild, and they have to be, you can't be in like a pit with the ocelot either to do the taming. They have to be within, oh, okay, we got another orange one. So yeah, we got, like I said, three of the versions of cat. As you can see, when they're first tamed, they sit down. If you right click, let's get rid of the rain. If you right click them with an open hand, they'll stand back up again and just walk around. Now, if I was to breed these 2 cats, and take a fish, and let's feed kitty number 1, and then I go ahead and breed them with this cat. For some reason that didn't take. Come here, kitty. Maybe it takes a certain amount of time before they'll breed. I think they have to be full health as well. Okay, there they go. When you breed two together, they'll always have the breed of one of the parents. If you want, now I just got another Siamese. If I want two orange cats, or if I want to breed the Siamese with an orange cat and get an orange cat, I have the Siamese cat sit down. Might be too soon to breed him again. You have to wait 15 seconds in between breeding. Yeah, it's too soon. The kitten is pre-tamed. So you notice they didn't have a baby ocelot. It'll always be a tamed kitten. But the cat that's standing will always be the breed that you end up with in the kitten. That's how that works. You can feed the kittens, and as you can see, you get the little sparkles. That takes 10% off of the time it takes them to grow up every time you feed them a fish. So yeah, that's how breeding and taming works. Now this is the part that I actually need. Let's see, ocelot. Okay, this is the part that I need this to be not on peaceful for. Creepers will avoid cats in general. They will still chase the player. Yeah, but they will try to stay away from the cats. Ooh, goodness. I didn't mean to let that... Oh no! I lost one of my kitties. Okay, as you can see, I spawned in a couple more ocelots to give us another chance. I spawned in one, and I got two babies with it. Get back into... They act differently in the different game modes, so I'm going to try to stay in the normal game mode. And again, we got two babies with that one spawn egg. That was really strange. So we'll try to see if we can't tame Okay, we got another... Whoops, I scared the babies and they ran away. We got another Siamese. I was really hoping to get one of the tuxedo cats. Okay, that guy's scared right now, so... Goodness, we're just not having a good day here. See, I can turn toward these guys because they're watching me, but I just have to move very slowly. Okay, we got another Siamese. That guy... Oh, come on. He took the fish but didn't... Okay, took the fish and didn't like it. There we go, another Siamese. Goodness, we're a whole family full of Siamese cats here. Okay, we'll wait for that guy to come over maybe. Or he'll sit there and pretend like he doesn't notice me. Okay. I'll go over here. Try to get within their range again. You have to be within 10 blocks. See, now he's coming towards me. And that applies in the wild as well. Okay, he took the fish but didn't... Oh, there we go. There's the tuxedo. And the tuxedo cat is actually built after one of the creators had a cat named Newton, I think was the cat's name, and unfortunately has passed away, but the creator's cat has been memorialized in the cat in the game, so that's where that cat came from. Oh, here comes the other baby. We'll see if we can get another orange one back. Oh, another cat, another cat, totally, another tuxedo. So yeah. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we've got all our cats in their cat house. They're sitting on the bed, on the, various things in there. They love to sit on beds. It does render your blocks useless, so if you're trying to use your furnace or whatever, and you got cats, it can be a bit of a nuisance. They don't do that if the bed or the block is level with the floor. So if you need to get it, like use your furnace and you've got cats that are getting in your way, you can put your furnaces in the floor and they'll still work normally, but cats, when they sit on them, won't render them useless. So, As you can see, we've got a second house here. The reason for that is we're going to try to do some things with wolves. Now wolves, like cats, can be fed any kind of meat. Cats require fish, and wolves will eat any type of meat, including rotten flesh. So if you have zombies and you've killed, zombies, you can actually feed them the rotten flesh, and they will not get poisoning the way a player will. So that makes them, makes a good food source for your wolves. Wolves are a passive mob when they spawn. Here, we'll spawn in ourselves a few wolves here. They spawn in packs of 4 just like that in the taiga biomes. There's several biomes. I'm going to link to the wiki because I will never remember all the different things to do with wolves. Now, as you can see, they're passive. They're not going to attack me. However, if I punch one of these guys, they will attack me, and they will continue to attack until I die and respawn. They're growling probably because they must be just close enough to the sheep, or there's a sheep out here that's near enough that's getting them excited. The growling sound means that one of them is in aggressive mode, and I can't see who it is. It must be this guy over here. And the only thing I can figure is they're shaking off because of the water. Okay, see how his eyes are red and he looks like he's snarling a little bit? They must be just close enough to the sheep to go into aggressive mode, which stinks because now they won't tame. And as I'll demonstrate, they do attack sheep. Yeah, like that. They will also attack anything that I punch. So even if I have a cow or, something like that, if I have tamed wolves, then they will attack that. Okay, we're back. We started over, and I just moved the fence over far enough to give them, if they come within a certain number of blocks of sheep, they focus in on their prey until it's dead. That also, it's not the sheep. You know what? The rabbits are right the other side of the horses. I was just going to say, they also focus on bunnies. That's their other thing that they like. Now, I need to tame them first. That's going to be our first job. They're a little bit easier than cats to tame because they don't run away from you the way cats do. They will do the same thing, take the bone and not get tame, as you can see with those little smoke particles. Now that guy is tame. That guy's taking a little bit longer. There we go. There's another tame dog, and you can see they sit when they're first tamed. Sometimes they take the bone without becoming tame, but they show interest right away. Okay, there's a tame dog. We'll try one more time with this guy. So it can take a few bones, but we've got all 4 guys tamed now. And again, they can eat any kind of meat. They will no longer take bones once they're tamed. You can't give them a bone. You can see I just stood them up and set them down. But they will eat any type of raw meat, including raw chicken. These guys have more strength than a wild wolf, and they're also higher in health. Now, see, they're not breeding because they're all sitting. But if one of them is standing up, let me get somebody to stand up here. And now if I feed him a piece of chicken, and I feed his buddy over here a piece of chicken, they're not gonna, what am I doing wrong? There, now he's in love mode, and he's in love mode. So why aren't, oh, maybe because he's sitting down. Okay, there we go. There's the puppy. So anyhow, that's how you get a puppy. And you can see even the puppy, when he turned, you could just see his collar. Now, let's get these guys to sit again so they're a little easier to manage. These guys are a little easier to manage than the cats. They're not quite as obnoxious. Now, if you got multiple dogs like this, as you might have seen in the Vanilla Survival series, you can actually just click them with dye and change their collar. So you can tell one dog from the other. So yeah, that's how the dogs work. When they're sitting, they will stay and they will not teleport to you. But just like the cats, if they're not sitting, and they're not contained, and I think even if they are contained, they will teleport to wherever you are. So yeah, again, you have to be cautious. If you're going to go caving and mining and there's going to be lava and so on, um, you'll want to make sure your dogs are sitting before you leave home, because they can teleport right into lava, which would be terrible. I have to remember to put this back into, I keep shutting off peaceful mode because of the slimes, but it won't, you can't spawn hostile mobs without, whoops, oh, and I forgot. Yeah, you see how the dogs immediately attack the skeleton? I forgot that it's daytime and the skeleton will burn, but yeah, they immediately attack the skeleton. Same thing's going to happen with a zombie. Now see, once he punched me, they go right after him. As you can see, dogs are extremely handy to have around, because they do. See, they don't bother him until he hits me, and then they get right after him, and they attack him. So that can be a really, really handy thing to have, creepers. And as I said, you can feed these guys rotten flesh, and they just don't care. They'll eat it. It doesn't make a bit of difference to them. So yeah, that's how dogs and cats work. There's a lot more to it. There's more information, and like I said, I will link to the Wikipedia. If you breed two of your dogs together, you will have ownership of the puppy, and it'll be tame. They don't, just like the cats, they don't breed a wolf, they breed a puppy. Two players in multiplayer can breed their dogs together and get tame puppies, and I forget how that works. There's a way to ensure that one or the other of you actually owns them. Now see, those darn cats are teleporting again. But again, that's all that information is in the Wikipedia, so I am going to connect that to, I'll leave the link to the wiki in the description so that you can look up that information. One of the ways you can tell if a dog isn't looking at you, like when they're looking away from you, you can tell a tame dog from a wolf is by the way their tail is. And the tame dogs, as you can see, their tails stick up. And also because their health is higher, now that puppy's health is not very good right now. See how far down his tail is? It's kind of hard to see because he won't stand sideways to me. See how his tail's kind of hanging down? His health is not really good right now, so I can feed him some. You see how his tail came up? Watch, I'll give him another. Well, if I can get him to give me the right angle so you can actually see the tail. Here, puppy. There, you see how his tail comes up? The higher up his tail is, the better his health is. Same thing here with the other puppy. And again, that feeding them will speed up their growth. They'll take 10% off the, see his tail coming up as I feed him more meat. And then you get the green sparkles, that means I've actually sped up his growth a little bit. Hi, puppy. So if they take damage and they get hurt, those tails will go down. That's how you tell if they've taken damage and they need to be fed. As you can see, cats and dogs get along. They don't have any problems. Creepers generally will avoid cats, but they will still come after the player, even if you have pet cats. The advantage to having pet cats is that if you keep them around your house, like if you really wanted to get fancy, you could put a fence around your house, and darn it, you could put a fence, around the perimeter of your house and have cats hanging out in the fence. I love how the dogs shake. That cracks me up. They do that after they swim as well. But yeah, you could keep cats out there, and it would keep creepers away from your house, a little bit at least. The other thing you need to know is that dogs and cats, the kittens and the puppies, will drown very easily. They don't swim very well. So you want to make sure that you're careful with them around water. That's pretty much everything I'm going to try to cover, I think, with cats and dogs. Like I said, I'm going to connect to the wiki, and that should help you with any questions you might have. And hopefully this was a fun little tutorial. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.